I still haven't got a job. I lost my job a few months ago, as you will see in my video going back a couple of weeks, and I still haven't found anything. I've been looking fairly regularly. I've been looking in my industry and in other industries because, as I mentioned then, I would like to change if possible, and I'm still struggling a little bit. Well, not a little bit. I haven't got anything. I've had no income for months. And I don't know what I'm going to do. But one thing I am doing, and that is not giving up on myself. I keep going, I keep walking, I keep going out in nature. This is one of my favorite places. And I don't mean this area, I mean the woods, woodland, just getting outside like this. I mean, it's spectacular, isn't it? You got these friendly things. So, yeah. It's not easy right now, finding work in your mid-50s. It's not an easy job. Finding a job is a struggle, it's a bit of a challenge. I don't really know the ins and outs of that, but what people think, what employers think. They probably think, I don't know, maybe he's not as enthusiastic, or maybe I can get someone younger, or a whole host of things they might think. I don't exactly know. All I do know is it's tricky, it's not easy, it's uphill, it's a bit worrying at times, but keep an eye on the old grey noggin, making sure everything's good. And you'll find things that make you smile all over the place, like this. What is this? Some sort of pixie doll thing. That made me smile a bit. That's all you need sometimes, to keep you going. The other thing I try and do at times like this is I try and keep myself moving, try and keep my fitness levels up, try and keep active, keep my legs working, keep doing things. I've been for 2 runs in the last couple of days, decent runs as well. I'm not running today, I'm having a day off, but I am walking. Because imagine, on top of losing your job and being depressed and being down and pretty miserable, you also lose that element that keeps you happy. I'm talking about health and fitness. If you lose that on top of that as well, you start eating badly, you start going downhill, the graph in your life starts gradually going down and down and down. And that is the last thing you need at this time. What you need is to keep on an even keel or potentially go up. So where I lose out on the whole job front and income, I'm trying to make up for that in my fitness, my health, and my mentality. Keep that going at the same time and improve upon that because, hey, see it as an opportunity. Right now, I have an opportunity. I have more time on my hands, so I can do things like this, get out into nature and enjoy it, even if it's just an hour's walk every day, just something that keeps me ticking over. That's pretty essential in my book, and it's got to be done. Hard as it is sometimes, force yourself out. And if in this country we don't see that thing on a regular basis, so when you do, get out there if you can and make the most of it. When you lose a job like I did, you go through stages. Things like worry. Of course you're going to worry first. You got bills to pay. Panic even. You might go a bit over the top and panic about things and start going crazy applying for jobs. And then eventually, after a bit of that and a bit of job searching, you start to calm down and something like acceptance creeps in. And you accept that it's all changed now. Life has changed. That life is gone and there's a new life to come. And we don't know what that is. But things are changing and I've accepted that things are going to look different from now on. Maybe some of the luxuries of my past life will disappear and I have replaced them with new luxuries that are more within the range of whatever my new job is, when I get it. So there are stages. And I guess none of us really know where those stages are going to take us at this point. You're at that crossroads in life, an absolute crossroads, not knowing which way you're going to turn. And I don't know. I really don't know. I've had 1,000 ideas going through my mind. And I don't really know which ones are going to rise to the surface, which ones are going to work. I'm tempted to just take something. You know, the job I had and the previous jobs I've had have been relatively well paid. So coming from that position to looking at new jobs which have been much lower pay, it looks really bad. But after a couple of months of not having a proper income, what happens is you look at it like, well, now I'm going from zero income to this job, which is nowhere near as well paid as my previous one, but it's a hell of a lot more than the zero I'm on at the moment. So that kind of turns it around a bit and you start looking at things differently. Well, that's where I'm at. Yeah, the life of the unemployed is unpredictable. We don't know where it's going, we don't know where it's taking us, and we don't know where it's going to land. I described it to myself a while back of like somebody taking hold of my life like a piece of dust on a dry desert floor and just going, throwing it up in the air and it getting taken on the wind like this to see where it lands. And that is how it feels. It feels like somebody somewhere grabbed a hold of my life, threw it up to the air to be distributed and just to fall wherever it falls. And with a bit of luck, some of it will fall on stony ground. But you know what? Some of it will also fall on fertile land. And that's where I'm putting my eggs, in that basket, the fertile land ground. Because you've got to keep a positive mindset. There's no doubt about it. It'd be very easy to get yourself down with this stuff. Of course it would. It's not a nice time, it's pretty depressing. But you can look at everything with positivity. Look at this. Look at the state on this wall. Look at this big hole in it. But actually, this lot is still standing. Look at that, that's in good shape, that's pretty decent. A little bit of repair work, that can be fixed up. Yeah, there's a patch there, there's a hole, some bits missing. But this is the good stuff. And that's how I look at life. And that's how I try to treat life. Always look for the good stuff, whether it be dry stone walls or your life. There's always something good to look at. Go on then, down the hill. There you go, a little bit of positivity, a little pat of a dog's head, simple as that. That cheered me up. Ooh, 2 paths, what shall I take? 2 paths, hang on a minute, this is too good to miss. Let's do that again. Now, I've hit a bit of a junction here. There's 2 paths, which path do I take? Oof, tough decisions. Now this path is actually going the wrong direction for me. So I'm going to choose this path. But have I chosen the right path? In this case, I know it's going my direction, but in life, we never know whether we're taking the right path or not. Very hard to tell, that, isn't it? You have to sort of wait and see where it ends up sometimes. Something to try and avoid when you're out of work, I think, if possible, is sort of wallowing in a bit of the old self-pity, you know. I think we're all guilty of it. I am, I know at times. I'm promoting and plugging as best I can positivity. I really am trying to do that because I do believe in it, but I get down, you know. I have my down days. Things are not going quite right. I found the whole looking for jobs, so depressing. Seriously, you've got to have these and those qualifications. It's really hard to motivate yourself on that, but it happens. But we've got to try. We've got to try and keep ourselves upbeat if possible. Getting outdoors, I keep banging on about it, getting outside, especially when the sun's out, vitamin D, all these good vibes, good rays on your skin. In this case, great scenery, but you know what? Not always great scenery. It doesn't matter. Just being out there. Sometimes that's half the battle. Get yourself out, break the day up. I've been guilty of sitting down for hours and hours on end into a cycle of depression, looking up jobs, trying to find jobs. Oh, it's grim. It's proper grim at times. It really is. But what I do, I realize that this is happening, and I realize I need to get out there and break that cycle. It's really important to get outdoors, change the scenery, get out into nature, or wherever it is, go for a walk, take your mind off things, get yourself distracted, come back, have a refresh, maybe try again, or do something else that afternoon, do something completely different. do a bit of editing, do a bit of something, make some really nice food if you can, or get a meal down you. Something. Just change the monotony and don't get caught up in a cycle of sort of depression almost. Now, where am I? Ooh, look at this. Blimey. Solar panels. Flippin' heck. It's almost like a private solar panel pitch. Who doesn't love the thought of a bit of free energy? Free electricity right there, courtesy of that thing. What a day for it. I'm dead jealous. I'd love to know who's benefiting from that. I'd be all over it. At the moment, I think my ideal job would be this. Making videos, editing videos, putting stuff together. Oh, sounds like heaven. Working for me, my own boss, just me, nobody to answer to. Oh, man, what I wouldn't give for that. I'm going to try and make it work, but not necessarily these type of videos. You've got to have enough content for this. I don't know if I've got enough to say. Even if it's just a place that us men in our mid-50s perhaps, or women if you like, can all come together and talk about the difficulties and the problems of being this age and navigating life. Navigating life. Because that's kind of what it is. You're steering the good ship yourself through the turbulent seas of life. But yeah, that'd be a great job for me. There you go. There's a pitch now. If you want to go out with your camera, make a load of videos, make a load of clips and films and put it all together, right? As a package, I mean. Send them to me, approach me, we'll do a little deal, I'll give you a price and I'll edit your videos together. There you go. Maybe that'll set me on the right path of my video editing career. It's a bit of a long shot, but you never know. It could just work. I think I'm going the wrong way. The other thing is I've started to broaden my horizons on the old job search now. Instead of sticking within my industry, I've kind of accepted that I might try something new. Yes, I'm going to take a massive pay cut. I'm going to take a hit, man. A big hit. If I get a job, I'm prepared to take a big hit because I'm coming back from nothing. So anything's better than nothing, isn't it? But the thing is, it'll motivate me because if I take a big hit and I drop in income, then I'm going to be inspired to work harder, make more progress, get further either in that job or maybe with the old YouTube and the video editing. It's just going to inspire me more and more and more to get back where I came from. And it makes me think back in my days when I first came to London. I started from nothing then, just a backpack, went into an agency, got a temporary job. Fast forward 10 years, I'm doing really well. Fast forward another few years, I'm buying a house. So it's all possible. It's just a little bit later in life to be doing it. But it is all doable. And I'm taking that approach now. I'll get there. Maybe I'll try and get a bit more of a rewarding career. Something with a bit more satisfaction at the end of it. That'd be good. Anyway, I'll keep plugging away and I'll keep you informed. If anything shows up, I'll let you know. In the meantime, I'm going to leave it at that. Continue on with my walk in this spectacular bit of countryside. And I will catch up with you another time on another video somewhere. Out and about, walking, talking, thinking and sharing my thoughts. Every cloud and all that business. Lots of silver linings out there. Just got to learn to see them. Keep your chin up, keep positive and keep going. See you later, guys.